Today is going to be the first day where we learn how to write these function rules or these equations given specific sets of information. As part of a review, I want you guys to take these three and come up with the equations for the three. I'll do the first one with you. You guys are going to do the next two. So it says the product of 8 and a number is 32. Remember, the keyword is always means equal, so that's always where your equal sign is going to go. Anything that appears to the right of the word is stays to the right of your equal sign. In this case, it's just 32. And anything to the left of the word is to the left of your equal sign in your function rule or in your equation. 8 and a number, because it says product, that means multiplication, so I'm going to take 8 times a number. In that case, we just choose a variable. Oftentimes we use x, you can use n because we're talking about a number. Either way it is correct. You can write multiplication, but since it's multiplication with a variable, you can also just write the number and the letter next to each other. This would be the answer for number 1. Go ahead, press pause, fill in the answers for 2 and 3, then unpause to check your answers. Now I'm guessing we caught a couple of you guys on number 2. Number 2 is tough. Remember, if you see the words less than, it does mean subtraction, but it means you have to switch the order. Whatever comes in front of the words less than actually comes after your minus sign. And whatever comes after the words less than, you write before your minus sign. So instead of 5 minus x, this has to be x minus 5. There is a difference. Here, twice a number means you're multiplying, so you get 2n plus 4 equals 16. Now, the past few days, we've been giving you guys function rules and having you create a graph using a table. But today, we're going to use the table to come up with a function rule. All of these are going to be real-world situations or application problems. You will have to come up with the process now. I'm not giving you the process. It's your job to come up with what the process is. In example 1, it says, congratulations, you're the newest member of Rinkside Sports Team. Your new job will pay you $8.25 an hour. Complete the missing information using the table. Our job is to figure out what are we inputting into the situation and what is our output. Your independent variable is always your input and your dependent variable is always your output. So in this particular situation, there are two things that are unknown. You will see those two things all written right here. We have time or number of hours, and we have money, the money that you're going to get paid. Here, one is independent, one is dependent. It's going to be your job to determine which one is your independent variable or your input. And what are you getting from the situation? In this particular situation, you are inputting the amount of time you're working. And the output, or what you're getting from the situation, is money. Since your input is time, or the number of hours, that's your independent variable. And your dependent variable would be the output in this case, or the money earned. The tricky statement is next, because we give them to you as independent, then dependent, but when we're writing a dependency statement, which is this next line, we always write it with your dependent depends on your independent. So in this case, the money earned depends on the number of hours worked. There are a few keywords you're looking for. In this case, it's not on here, but this word "an," oftentimes you'll see it written as per. When you see that, $8.25 per hour, or each hour, or every hour, that's an indication that you're going to be taking that number and multiplying. So here, this means 0 hours. So you take your $8.25 times 0 hours. Well, you're not going to get paid at all. You don't work, you don't get paid. But now if you work 2 hours, you have your $8.25 times your 2 hours. You plug that into your calculator, and you recognize that you should get paid $16.50. If you work for 4 hours, you take your salary times 4 hours, and you should get paid $33. $8.25 times working 6 hours, and you should be getting $49.50. And finally, $8.25 times 8 hours, and you get paid $66. So your function rule is going to come from this process. What you're looking for is what is always the same and what changes. The things that change are your variable. In this case, these numbers in the parentheses that you're multiplying by are changing. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. You're getting those from this variable column. So your function rule is going to have the x there. The $8.25 never changes. So that gets brought down as part of your function rule. $8.25 times x. Since that's all you're doing, that equals, in this case, y. You never have a function rule without an equal sign. Your function rule is an equation and you need the equals y. That's your function rule. The last step would be to write your ordered pairs. 0, 0, 2 and 1650, 4 and 33, 6 and 4950, 8 and 66. Remember from yesterday, your ordered pairs are all or any solution to your function rule. So all of these are solutions to this function rule. Go ahead and take a look at example 2. The next video will work through the answer for example 2. See if you can, how much of it you can come up with on your own before you watch the video. Try as much as you can, then flip over to the next video.